Hi, I'm Lucia and I'm going to present you the interesting story of Annie Oakley. First of all, I'm going to answer the questions of the paper from Mrs. Otto. Where does the history take place? The history takes place in Ohio, Drake County more specifically. When did the settlers come to Ohio? Came to Ohio the 7th of April of 70,088. What particular problems did they have to deal with? Annie had a really difficult childhood. Why? You might ask. She had 6 brothers and sisters, and 2 of them died. And like her dad died when she was kind of little, and because of paralyzing hypothermia because of the war. And the mother married again and had another child. Tragically, that man died again, and she had to marry another guy because they were kind of poor. Years later, the mother of Mary would die because of tuberculosis, but that's another part of the history. The worst part of all is that when she was 15, she had to work for someone, so she decided to work with a couple, a man and a woman, and they had a little child and take care of the child. Okay, but the thing is that they were super abusive with her, physically and mentally. They punished her because of dumb reasons, and sometimes the woman punished her because she fell asleep. So she had to stay for 1 hour outside the house, and it was winter. In the USA, it's super cold in winter, and she had no shoes. More than a punishment, it was like a torture. They paid her only 50 cents per week. That's nowadays $10, but it's still not a lot. So she decided to run away from that house, obviously. What stories are told about the heroine? Annie became really famous. She became a sharpshooter or an exhibitionist. That means that she started to learn how to use the weapons, fire weapons more concretely. And she decided to go to contests like the Wild Show in Cincinnati. It was really weird for a woman to be there, super weird. She was the first one in the whole history of the contest. She obviously won because she was so good. She found this man, Frank E. Butler. They married each other sometime later because they really fell in love. He was 10 years older than her, but they were super happy. Their whole life they didn't have children, but they were very happy and lived happily together. And she was still going to contests. And the thing is that Annie changed the vision of the people for women. She was a truly icon because she changed the minds of the people, thinking that weapons are only for men, and she showed people how a woman can do everything that she wants. I'm going to add my opinion here, and it is that Annie was really brave, because nobody would do that. She believed in herself and she thought she could do that, and she did it. She won when she was 15 years old, a lot of older men than her. And I think she would be capable of doing everything that she wanted. She believed in herself and went against the society and people trying to put her down, like her family, like the wolves. The wolves are the couple that did those terrible things to her. In an autobiography that she wrote some years later, she never said the names because she was really respectful, and she called them always the wolves. Against her, she always tried to do better with life, and she was really happy. And I'm really proud of her, because you may not think like me, but in my opinion, she's a real feminist, because she was against a man's world and she decided to step forward for all the women there and for herself and say she was a real fighter. And I think she's really, really a true icon that everybody, not only women, should follow. Did the heroine exist in real life? Well, of course she existed in real life, because we have documents, we have pictures, we have a lot of things that can explain that Annie Oakley really existed. Well, thank you so much for attending this presentation. I hope you really like it. And thank you for listening, and goodbye. I hope that you have a nice quarantine and that you're safe and your family is too. My family is doing great. So I hope the best for you, Mrs. Otto, and yeah, thanks for everything. Bye.